Hey friends, Bowman here. April 11th, 2023. As you can see, we still have quite a bit of snow on the ground. We only just punched below 15 inches of snowpack throughout central Minnesota yesterday. We have, as you can see behind me, up on the hilltop there, we definitely are starting to see some pockets open up, as well as around the base of trees. But we still have significant drifting, probably a base snowpack in the forest of maybe 6 inches or more. Plenty of places that drifted that are still calf to knee high. Anyway, it is what it is. But this is a continuation of the Stihl 044 rebuild. We've done our heat cycling. We've tried our best to tune that old carb without a rebuild kit, and we're now gonna see what we can do about feeding it a little bit of wood. We've had a lot of storm damage over the last year, including this winter, so I'm just gonna find some stuff that we can start breaking the saw in on. Nothing crazy at all, just some little stuff, throttling it up and down as we go to break the saw in. And at any rate, we'll see how much video we get here, but just wanted to show on camera how the thing is going to restart after being last heat treated a couple days ago, and see how it performs with some small limbing and bucking work, and we'll take it from there. I'll get you set up. Alright, so one thing I wanted to let you know, I forgot in the previous clip, that our temperatures really have been swinging wildly. We should be hitting high 50s, low 60s for a typical high this time in April. We're now going to be 70 today, and 5 days ago we were struggling to hit, I don't know, low mid 30s. So just some wild temperature swings. We've been losing 8 inches or more of snow a day, which is good now for this time of year. But just to let you know, we're basically dealing with early summer operating temperatures. We're mid 60s now, going to soon hit 70. And I've tuned this saw for roughly 30-35 degrees, so I may have to retune it. It may not run the best, assuming that I don't have any issues with this old carb needing to be rebuilt. So anyway, just an update on the conditions that we're testing this saw today. All right, so just to repeat, we're Stihl 044 Magnum. We've got a 25-inch steel light bar on it. We're at about 65 to 68 degrees right now. And here's the stuff we're going to go after to do a little bit of limbing and bucking. About a 2-year-old dead sugar maple, about 12-13 inches at the stump. Nothing big and crazy, but it'll be good for breaking in this saw. And this is a 33 RS Rapid Super full comp, full chisel chain, just in case you were wondering. Pretty good, smooth performing chain, being that it's full comp, full chisel. This might be a bit much for the saw, given that I'm putting a 25-inch bar on it, but we'll see. This saw is capable of running a 32, especially if you're running a skip tooth. But we're just running a full comp. All right, so let's get after it. All right, not surprising, warmer temps, she's running much more fat. I need to increase the idle as well as the overspeed RPMs a little bit. This is what you got to deal with when you got drastically changing environmental conditions. So we're sitting at around 2,300 RPMs idle, should be 2,700, and we're only getting about 12,300 on overspeed, and we should be at least 11 5, or we should be at least 13.5. So we'll see what we get. Alright, had to adjust it quite a bit. We're now at about 2,700 to 2,800 for idle and 13,400 for overspeed RPM. Go ahead and feed it some wood. Do a warm start, make sure she can restart good. That stem is actually still alive. All right, folks. I would say that was pretty successful. Clearly you can tell The saw's obviously set a little fat. That's because we're in break-in. Also, you'll notice with the full comp chain, 25-inch bar and chain, it is a bit much if you're operating really close to the power head. That's very common. I either need to run a skip chain, a smaller bar, or I can power through a cut just fine if I'm not dogging in with large wood very close to the power head. But it's operating just like an 044 should. I still think I have some carburetor issues. We'll see after we cool it down and restart it, but it might well need a carb rebuild kit, which is typical for a saw this old. But given that, I think it's running real well. So I'm pretty confident we have a successful rebuild. Just a couple little tweaks here and there as the saw starts to break in. But very, very strong saw. So I guess with that, Bowman out.